Chưa ba. Well, last night it's raining so much. Morning, everyone. Morning. So I went to the base of my wooden dummy.
Cái cây này á?
Đúng rồi. Để đâu?
Để
Morning, hello everyone. Hi Bima. Hello. It was raining really hard yesterday. Yesterday was pouring. A lot of rain. A lot of raining yesterday at here in Ho Chi Minh City. Lots of rain. Glizzy. Oh, yes, sure. Ah. Good morning, everyone. How are you? The degree. Yes. Hello. How's everyone doing? Well, I'd say every style is different, you know. Every style have a disadvantage and advantage, pro and con, right? Um, but as a car, of course, it depends on each individual that's practicing that style, right? How much dedication they put into it, how much discipline are they willing to train ongoing, right? That's the main thing. So I wouldn't say the style so much, but it depends on the practitioner, you know, the students, the master, right? And putting that martial art into this place, represent that martial art and use that martial arts effectively, right? So it depends on each individual. I wouldn't say the style so much because I'm pretty sure every style that has been developed by masters, you know, before they pay very careful attention to make it logic, to make it like works for the majority of us. But each individual of us is pretty much different. Me different, you different. You know, sometimes you're bigger, you're taller, whatever. But we all have pretty much 2 hands, 2 feet, 2 arms, 2 legs, right? So we pretty much use the same movement. I would say all the movement pretty much the same style and all that, right? So you know, whether if you're limiting yourself to this style or that style, whether you love boxing, you stick to boxing, or whether you love Wing Chun or Taekwondo, karate, or any type of eskrima, any type of other martial arts, you know, then by all means, like Hapkido, Tang Sudo, there's so many out there, right? But whichever like you find that is useful and it works for you, yeah, go ahead, please do so. Take that martial art, right? But I wouldn't say this one style is better than that style so much, right? It's used in terms of other stuff, in terms of whether it is in the ring or whether it's like in real life. In real life, it's pretty much it depends on each individual, right? All right, guys. Blue Little, thank you for saying that. Fake master. What is a real master and what is a fake master? All right. Again, I'm a boxer. That's awesome, Wah. Yes, I respect a lot of great boxers. You know, they're pretty amazing. Look at Manny Pacquiao, right? In his 40s, he's like 47 now, and he come back to fight a person in the prem, like 30 something, and he draw. You know, that's a draw between, and he's considered number one in his weight category right now. It's pretty amazing. That's something that legendary, something you would pay respect and look upward to. You know, that's somebody that represent like the whole world. Everybody should like, you know, that's amazing. So yeah, in term like for many Pacquiao, of course, he's the individual that one of the person that make boxing is so great, it's so beautiful. You wanna love to watch it, right? So, all right, guys. Enough talking, let's get into training, right? So most of the time we put it into practical. I mean, like, sure, we can debate and we can talk all day, but if we don't put in the work, then nothing's gonna work, right? Make sense, right? Okay, guys. So I assume that like most of you just like do the warm up your own, you know, stretch it out and all that, you know, do a 5-10 minutes warm up. Okay, stretch it out, all your muscles, wherever you feel like stiffness, you know. Especially us guys, if we are hitting the age of like late 30s, mid 40s, 50s, and all that, we always feel like, you know, every now and then sore here and there, pretty much. Your lower back, your upper back, your shoulder, because we don't really stretch it well and we're not active when whereas we are in our prime time. When we're younger, we're always running, we always play around and stuff, right? But when we are adult, we are a lot of busy with other stuff like jobs, family, and everything, right? But we can always have like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or an hour, right? We can put on like 3 or 4 times a week. We can put it out like half an hour or 1 hour. So that should be fine, you know. But sometimes we can say that, but we can always make excuse. Oh, I'm busy doing this and that, and we never train, right? It happened to the best of us. So why, if we can put in whatever time we do, 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes a day, that's awesome. Then let's get training, all right? These movements are very simple, guys. As long as you understand your body, the way your body moves, the way your footwork moves, and like it's nothing complicated, right? But the only difference is, are you gonna put in the time to train? Are you gonna save yourself like half an hour a day or something to train, like 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times a week? That's the difference, right? If you want to become better, of course, you gotta put in more time, like 45 minutes, an hour and a half, right? It's also depending on your goals, right? What is your goal? Like for health, fitness, for self-defense, or to be in the ring, to become a champion in the cage. You know, your dream to be a UFC fighter or one championship or whatever it is, right? Of course, it's more realistic for younger people, like if they in the 17, 18, 19, up to like around 30s, you can have those dreams of becoming champion in whatever type of martial arts, yes. But you know, once you're in your 40s, all your dream is shutting down for all those, you know, 40s. You cannot do much, right? But to maintain your health and to stay mobility active, all right? Or if some of you want to do like action star, martial arts, whatever your dream is, you can always dream and follow and work on it. So, in the beginning, I always warming up like that, right? Hitting the dummy slow, so as you get to the motion, right? And combine with your footwork. Nowadays, there's so many people are really good with Wing Chun. Wouldn't than me, I see there's so many Sifu out there really good. I gotta learn from them too myself. I'm not saying that I'm really good at something. I'm just practicing basics, just like you guys, right? But I put in the work, then therefore I find it easier. Yes, putting in the work, championship is the most thing. Whatever your hobby, whatever you love, whatever you're passionate about, you're gonna put in the work. Well, okay. Have you guys heard of David Hodgkin? Godgin, yeah, Godgin or something. David Godgin, used to be former American Navy SEAL, right? The guy put in so much work. He just completed a course that running for 200 miles, Bigfoot course or something like that, 200 miles in 66 hours, running the mountain, the terrain, everything. That's amazing. Now that is the example of like superhuman being, right? Not a lot of us can do that, right? Because most of us are normal. We're not trained for it, right? And athlete like him, they train for days and nights. They train like 10 hours, you know, 20 hours a day, 12 hours a day, keep on running and running, right? That's what he wants to pursue. That's what he wants to, you know, to prove the human limit, right? So the human limit in whatever field it is, if we put our mind and hard work to it, we can pretty much do it, right? But it has to be something what you're really passionate about, right? Tiếng Việt hả em? Content có chắc sau này có tiếng Việt, nhưng đa số thì bên đệ tử anh làm content tiếng Việt nhiều. Tại vì bên đây thì kênh này anh nói tiếng Anh, đa số những người nước ngoài đó. Có kênh Võ Thực TV á, thì kênh bên đó là nói tiếng Việt nhiều. Sorry guys, just explain for a Vietnamese friend from Vietnam here. He asking me to do content in Vietnamese. Yes, I said of course I have a lot of another channel. Another channel that's my students doing it, and sometimes I do it in there too, but not so much because I'm focusing on this one. That's why I speak English most of the time, 99%. Because this channel I started when I was really young, and actually in my early 20s I started this channel, right? So it's been a while. Not 2006 too. 2006. Yes, Bima, awesome. 22. Yeah, I started this channel maybe around 20 something to 2006, right? Now 2025. Wow, 2000. That's been 23 years. 1 year older than you, Bima. All right. 1,000 meters. All right. Am I a real master? No, I'm just a student master. I learn. I always try to learn new things, and whatever I learn that is I find that is working for me, and I share with all the people I see, if it helped them. Pretty much the same thing, right? All right. Okay, let's go. So, first of all, always measure your dummy. All right. So just from here, stand away from the dummy. Make sure your middle fingertip is touching the dummy like so. All right. So this is how far apart you should stay between you and your dummy. Right to the middle of the dummy, your fingertip right here. All right. Now from there you go down. Right. Go down by having your feet close together. Okay. And then you point your toes out once, as wide as you can, and then pull your toes in two. And then you go down. Okay, now that is your basic standing in front of the dummy to practice. So I go here, 1, 2. Now sorry for some of you that have been watching, and it's always been the basics, like reminding and reviewing. Mostly it's all the basics. You don't want to learn a lot of stuff, but you gotta go back to the basics and train it, discipline yourself, you know. Even when you go to the basics, you train so much. When you have to close your eyes or something like that, you can even hit it at me, right? If I were to close my hand, oh, okay, this hand here is no, then I know, I assume this hand here, I can block and I can go here, the leg, I can kick, right? Right? I can feel it, even if. That's why you see like a lot of master, they're really good to the point where you know, this is the arm here, you know at the end, there's a head. So you just go here, the arm down here. At the end, then you see a groin, or the hip joint right here. So you would feel it so much because you already know, right? Make sense, guys? Now, of course, that's gonna be a lot of training, right? Once you realize the arms and everything there, you can just feel and you can just practice it. And it's pretty fun, right? Try it after you practice for a while. All right, so that's how far you stand apart. So open two. So when short close is easier to show you guys in the footwork. So I will close here, feet together. I open my toes as far as possible, and then I close it, right? So now my toes pointing in, my heel is pointing out this way, diagonal, and then from there I slightly bend down my knees. Now you don't have to go down clenching your knees together like this. You don't have to, just be comfortable. You can go slightly up like this because eventually you're moving a lot, so your knees won't be clenching together. All right? So, yeah. So measure yourself, middle fingers to the middle of the wooden dummy trunk. And then from there, open 1, 2, go down. Now you can put either your right hand in front or your left hand in front. Now in Wing Chun, why mostly when the person always putting hands like this because it's easier, right? Because you do a lot of grabbing, open arm, open strike, open palm strike, knife hand strike. So they do a lot of open arm. So it's anything you can grab, you can control the other person's arm more easily. You open and you just go, open, go, right? So I would say maybe up to 80% of the time you're gonna have your open arm. So mostly when you punch here and then you're gonna go back to grab, right? And then you hit here with open palm, right? So I just find that like a lot of time they do the open palm, right? You don't see like this, right, in Wing Chun, but you see the open like this, right? So you can either put your right hand in front or your left hand in front when you feel comfortable. The other arm is, I would recommend for you to be like around here, distance maybe around 10 to 15 centimeter away from you, just like this. Now you can turn. Some people like depend on how you prefer. Either you tilt it a bit like this, an angle, or you can leave it this way or this way. You know, whatever you feel comfortable, right? Whatever you feel comfortable with moving, right? The arms here is for guarding, right? Here, somebody coming into your distance, you can block or you can feel the person's arm, and then you can trap and counter, or and this hand here just in case, you know, here like the hit in front of you, so you can just put it up and block or something like that really quickly, right? So in time nowadays, one block or two block like this, sometimes you miss, right? So most of the time I would recommend every so and then, you know, you see you go up into this block, right? Cover your whole like face, right? Whereas this one sometimes you miss, right? Unless every block you gotta move every time. Otherwise you're gonna get hit. All right, so let's go. All right, so back to, we haven't done this a while, maybe a week or so. So let's review this 6 movements, right? 6 movements, I learned this from my master, right? It's part of Wing Chun, but not like the form like traditional Wing Chun. It's been a bit modified from my master, right? In Vietnam here, Ho Chi Minh. But he just passed away a few years ago, like more than 3 years. So it's such a sad. I haven't learned like a lot from him yet. Just only the basics, right? For like about like almost a year. But I've been training on my own. So here you would stand like this, okay? So once you stand in this position here, right? 2 arms, you lift it up, okay? 1, lift it up. 2, I'm pressing down. Okay, I'm gonna go through the motion where you can train with the wooden dummy, and then after that I would explain the what it's used for, right, and how you actually try to make it effective in a real life situation, right? Okay, let's go. So 1, up like this, both hands lifting up. 2, you're pressing down into the middle one, all right? 3, from here, you're gonna close your arm like this together, and then from there you open out. 4, you hit the dummy like so, right here. 5, you're pulling towards you like so. And 6, you're gonna open palm and you hit the rib cage or the lever right here, this part. Okay, so once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, simple, right? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the movement that he put together just to make the form go smooth, so that you are flexible with your arms, all right? So that you can move this later on, you can move easy, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I were to stand in front of you just like this, feet and shoulder width apart, toes pointing in, knees slightly bent, and I go 1, 2, cross and press down. 3, open, right? 4, stretching to the neck or the chin. then 5 you grab, and then 6 you gonna hit to the rib cage. All right, so once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, very simple, just 6 basic movements. All right, guys, so let's practice. Now, of course, when we're watching and we are learning, but we're not doing it, if we're not doing it, right, then it's not gonna like be effective. We won't be able to use it good, right? You gotta do it in a way, you know, you're gonna like try to do it in a way where you focus into working on it, right? And have a passion for it. Realize the techniques, what it is for. So what it is for, let me explain, right? Right here. So imagine that somebody like, you know, it's just a form, right? But I'm gonna try to explain in theory for you how to apply, okay? So the person is grabbing, pretend that somebody is grabbing, you know, joking around, whatever, grabbing your shoulder, or whatever it is, the arm grabbing you like this, right? 2 arm grabbing your neck or whatever. So here you just try to get at your attention, right? It doesn't do much, right? But you just from here, hit, boom, like that, to the elbow, this part right here. So somebody like almost straight arm, they hit, boom, like that, all of a sudden, that get the attention, okay? You don't wanna so much break their elbows, right? But you wanna get the attention from here, boom, right? The next one, if they were to knee you, they use this thing, right? Knee you here, all right? So the knee is coming up like this. You pressing down. That is the pressing block, all right? Pressing block. You know, in Taekwondo, I used to learn like this block here. You press down. The same thing. This technique, in order for this one to work, you have to go down, right? Because you imagine that the knee is coming at you, right? The knee is the heaviest part of your body, the heaviest one. So it's very brutal. Somebody go like boom like this. But this knees only work when they are grabbing you, they're standing like this. Not the flying knees, okay? If somebody go flying knees like this and you block like that, you're gonna get right into the guts, right into the face. All right? Only when the person like go here, grab you, and then pull like this, so you close together, therefore you can press. But this pressing block, you wanna go down, okay? Now, alternative is here, you're gonna go down like this. You don't have to go so much like this. Once you go down, right, you can go either open your arms wider. You're blocking with this whole section right here, and both of them combine together and pressing down, right? So these, you see most people, they just go down like this and block, all right? Block, I try to get the right moment when I'm blocked. As I'm blocking, if I see an opening here, as the person gonna lift your knees up, hit you like this. Maybe they try the second time or something. When you see an opening, as it's lifting up, you can go right into the block, and then your elbows here, boom, you go right in, right? Okay? So that's the theory. You can use the application where you can apply once getting attacked by a knee, standing knee. Eh? I'm not saying flying knees. When a flying knees, the guy go like boom like this. You won't be able to block like that. Not gonna work. Okay, more realistic. If they just standing, they grab your head or whatever, and they go like this. So both arms you go down, right? Both arms go down. Now, another motion when they're going down like this, you can also turn into a elbow straight to the thigh right here. So as they're lifting up, if you catch them on the right hand, you can hit the thigh, this part right here, and it hurt like hell. Trust me. If you have this pointy elbow, you go down, hit like this, right? Boom, like that, like this, but you have to cover your face, okay? So as you're going down, you cover your face and go down into the low stand, all right? Go down like this, or you go like this, down here, and then the other one you can go in, all right? Okay? To the groin, of course. Right here, the groin, go to the groin. Okay, so that's the theory for it, the application for it. Next one, we're gonna open, right? Now, realistically, this motion is not gonna work so much on stronger guys, you know? Or maybe when they hold like, just hold not so tight or whatever, just hold like this, you know, friendly or whatever, or they don't intend to like strangle you or whatever, right? But if they really holding that hard, you go from here, boom, right? Now you're gonna wrestle with them all day, try to get rid of their hand, right? Don't bother because they're too strong. You cannot beat them, they're too strong. So what you do here is this motion here, boom. You don't, it doesn't work, you slip right in. That's what this technique's for. You go, boom. Or even, right, they grab the your shoulders or your neck or whatever. Even you can just skip that part and you just go right in, slip right in, right? And now here, this part here, you are slip right in. You hit the face, the jaw, the neck, whatever. And now you have your fingers to play with on their face. You have the finger on their face to play with, right? So you can use your thumbs to squeeze for the eyes. You can use your this finger, the side here. You can grab the ear, whatever, yank the ear, right? Okay? So self-defense, right? If your life is threatening, the person really want to kick your butt, really, you know, try to kill you, whatever, then you have to use it, all right? Okay? Once you done that, then the next motion is grab, right? Grab. Now, this grabbing, when we're practicing with a dummy, we grab like this so that the motion is more smooth, and then we go to the next one, right? But in reality, you grabbing a person like this, it won't do much damage or whatever, right? But your intention, if you want to grab them, right? You want to grab, step back, right? Grab, step back. Either you can throw the knees here as you grab them, boom, right? Right, to the groin, to the face, to the chest, the solar flex right here, whatsoever, whatever works for you, all right? So you have to grab, boom, that move you can use. But when you're grabbing like this, you want to step, big step back, boom, all the way back into sort of like a horse stance, a riding stance, okay? You don't want to just step back like this. You want what you want to do is put your whole body weight behind so that you can pull him down toward you, right? Your whole body mass, you want to use your whole body mass. So I work from here, I'm grabbing from here, I'm take big step back and I grab at the same time. I don't just go like this, no, not gonna work like that, all right? But in theory, of course, when we're training, we train like this, so that is smooth. Make sense? All right? So as I grab like this, I can step up hit, or as I grab, I can knees, or as I grab, I can kick, right? So that grabbing motion, you have 3 moves to play with, all right? So as you're going back, grab with the dummy. After you hit here, you got the face, you grab, right? 1, you can knee. 2, you can step forward and you can hit. 3, you can try to kick and keep them away, right? It depends on the situation at that moment and abroad, all right? So, but whatever works for you, please do use it. But I give you those 3 options where you can use it, whatever you feel most comfortable. All right? Hello, guys. Yes. Okay, so you guys got the pretty much an application now. Why don't we put some time into training the techniques, the 6 motion? All right, so let's go. Let's do it maybe 20 times, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, guys. Now, the last hand we're gonna do. Now you can even do it in pattern. You can break down the rhythm like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so that you don't get bored. Okay? Or you can do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever works for you. But I find the easiest way is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's do that. All right? 1, 2. So 1, 2 right away. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So you combine the two. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, sometimes when you go from here, 1, 2, easy. But once you get here, sometimes you get stuck. You're hitting your fingers all over the place here, right? That is normal, guys. Just go ahead and try again. Once you press here, but you're coming in here. You try to clear this thing. You're coming in. You're not coming up here. If you're coming up here like this, you're gonna hit this. So you're coming out. Here, in, and then out. Okay? Here, sort of like you fold your hand in, and then you're coming out. So, in, out. Alright? But if you bring it right up like this, then your hand may get stuck right here. Alright? So keep that in mind, guys. So, boom, boom. Okay? 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now go back to reality. Application again, just to remind you guys. All right? 1, chuck the elbow. Somebody grabbing you in the shoulder. Boom. Let them know that, try to get their attention. Boom, hit the elbow, right? Then the next one, they try to knee at you, right? You're pressing, but you're pressing, you're gonna go down because they try to drag you down and or knee you like this, right? So you have to go down, press down, try to hide your face as possible. But once you're hiding your face, of course, you gotta see the person, right? Not hiding, you go like this and you got so scared, you go like this. You cannot see anything, then you're in trouble. You hide, but you can still see them, right? Both hands cover down like this. They do 1, 2, 3, knees, 4, whatever. But as soon as you find an opening, you go step right in with your elbow straight. So go pa pa, right? Or pa pa pa, or pa pa pa, right? Whatever it is you can, right? Or you can just go practicing this way. You go elbow down. In the air, you can just practice boom, 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 like so. And then elbow to the side. Step up to the side. Okay? Third one. Third one. All right, so the third one, you're coming up. Boom. Okay? That doesn't work. That's fine. If it doesn't work, I move to the next move. Boom. The guy laughs at you. Ah, that's not gonna do anything. You just slip in then. And then play game with the eyes. Use your thumbs. Whoever here playing games, Nintendo, whatever, Switch, PlayStation, remote controller, with your finger, your thumb. This finger you hold the controller, and this finger you press on the button just to win the game, to do all your crazy moves, on Tekken, Mortal Kombat game, whatever. Yes. Go couch your eyes right here. Or you can grab the ears right here, right? Alright, so those are take a flip in and go. Alright? Doesn't work here. Don't bother fighting it. Don't go, I gotta do this. My master showed me this, I have to do this. No. Common sense. Have you got too strong? Okay. I cannot fight it. Then I have to go with it. So go here, slip, go here. Right? And after that, you pull, you step back with the arm, pull, option. Yes, you can step in, hit, right? Even here, or wherever it is, or the groin, right? Or here, the groin, whatever, right? On option B, you can grab, step back, grab, knee, right? Step back, knee, right? Or option C, you can go boom. As soon as you step back, he's coming into you, boom, Put your foot out right into the groin, right into the nuts, right here. Right? But of course, you gotta practice your kick, you gotta practice your grab, your footwork, so that you can do it well enough that you're confident to do it. All right? So you gotta practice, guys. All right? So I go here, boom. I'll go here, boom. This leg. Or I even go the kneecap is fine. If I cannot that high to the groin, I kick the kneecap. Same thing. I grab, boom. I grab, boom, boom. Just like that, boom. One doesn't work, then I do two, boom. Right? Make sense? All right. So those are the theories. See? Now I'm just showing you guys, and I'm sweating. So you guys train alone, you guys should be sweating more than me. Make sense? All right, because I'm showing and I'm not working too much. Maybe the talking part, I talk much, but not so much of the practicing part. So once you got put in the work, you're gonna become better and better at it. Then it makes more sense for you guys. All right, maybe now some of you may think about and say that, this is not gonna work, right? Maybe it doesn't work, but it works maybe 50% of the time or 60%, then you should be happy already. You don't have to make it work 100% for you. Nothing gonna work 100%. Even the best in the world, right? In the real life situation, there's gonna be so many scenario, right? You can be the best, but you know, sometimes you just your blind spot or whatever, you turn like here and or they counter, you get knocked out easily or whatever, right? It doesn't mean that, oh, okay, because we know this, we're gonna make it work 100% or whatever. No, right? As long as you make it effective, you can use it 50, 60%. That's pretty amazing. 70%. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go one more time. Maybe 5 more times, and then we're gonna move on. All right. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So later on, I'm gonna put like a lot of self-defense video where like different techniques, not so much of Wing Chun, but overall martial arts of my students, you know. They're doing videos, clips, and they're recording. So in those situations, I'm gonna do commentary and explain for you guys fully when to use it or whatever situation where you can use it most effectively, right? For instance, a side kick or something, right? If I were to standing side kick, boom, I lift up, I shoot the side kick. When I do that kick, right? When do I use it, right? Or the sliding side kick, boom. When do I use that? What do I use it for, right? In what situation? Or, you know, or the punch or the hook or whatever it is, or just a strike in Wing Chun or the chain punch, right? So I will do those videos in different scenario, and when I explain when to use it, how effective it is, why are we using these techniques rather than other techniques. So I was doing quite a lot of that, so you guys understand more. Because of course we can learn the beautiful techniques and we can hit the wood good, whatever, but we don't know when to apply it, right? In real life situation, if you apply and if you're applying not good enough force or not good enough right timing and everything, then it's not gonna work as much as better. All right. So, all right, guys, let's move on. All right, next one. Next one, just basics. Working on your hands here. This one, just here. Right now, you don't have to move. You're just gonna go like this. Boom, boom. Just from here, one arm putting down forward like this. Here, boom. Just stand here, do this, okay? And then we're gonna like apply the footwork afterward, after we get the arms movement. So I will go one hand down, forward, the other hand push right into the target like this, diagonally, all right? Not across. I don't want you to do here, not like that. I want to put across in front of you, right? Now this way is more natural, whereas this way is hard, it's awkward, and your muscle pushing this way is weaker, right? But pushing this way, right, more comfortable, more stronger, right? And then this way you can cut right in, boom, boom, right? Faster. Whereas this way you have to go here longer, right? So just here, just relax and go to the motion for now, all right? So if I were to stand in front of you, so remind you the stance. So the stance is open to 1, 2, down, and then from there, all right? Boom, 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 just like so, all right? So this is like sort of like the middle block, and this one a midsection block, I would say, all right? Just out here like this, and alternate hand, and like so, all right? Okay, so, all right. Yes, I heard so many times UFC, MMA. UFC, MMA is great. It's very realistic, and you got the MMA, UFC guys that train, man, put a lot of work. Each session they practice 2 hours, you know. Like this one training, like these wooden dummy or Wing Chun cannot be compared to the UFC, right? MMA, right? Because those guys put in a lot of more work, right? They work every part of their body, right? From ground fighting to stand up, like to grappling and everything. So cannot be compared, guys. I understand that, of course. I heard that thousands of times. All right, guys. Okay. Stand here. Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you see, as I'm doing it, I sort of like tilt my hips into it a little bit. You don't see as much, but here, see, like so, right? Why am I doing this? Because I want more force into my block so that my block is stronger, right? And the other thing is I have this more distance. When I'm winding my hip into it, I have a little bit at extra distance where I can push myself to increase speed, acceleration. As I'm pushing this, I got this extra movement here. And with my arm combined with my shoulder and my arm, I can push it more stronger, right? So hip motion, very important. Make sure you put your hips, sort of like swing your hips slightly like this. Like most of the time I always ask you guys, remind you guys to train with your hips. Boom, like this, boom, boom, just like that, boom. Make your hips move, your clothes move. If see my eye closed, wiggle around, boom, boom. So back then when I'm still taking Taekwondo and wear uniform Taekwondo with the bell hanging down here like this. So every time my master asks you, you gotta use your hips. So you have, every time your bell have to wiggle up like this, whipping across, which means you know that your hip is working. Other than that, it's not, all right? So see if I can get an example of something like a string or something. No, I don't find a lot of it here. So basically that's pretty much the theory. So as long as you get this to fly up, flick it up, like see how it fly, right? Boom, you see how my sleeve, just a little bit, not so much because it's not as long and thing, right? Like that. That's the exaggeration, right? You don't have to do that much, right? Boom, boom. But in kicking, you have to do boom, like that much, like roundhouse kick, spinning heel kick, back kick, kicking, right? Then you have to apply more hips. But for this training, you just wiggle a bit, okay? So as I'm doing it, I'm pushing my hip, I'm pushing with my hip, all right? Okay, guys. Ashton, I'm not a fighter, so I'm no fake. I'm not a fighter. I'm just a martial art instructor, practitioner, and student too, right? No fighter here. Okay, guys. Here, push, 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 push. Like that. See how it moves? Okay, right? And eventually, as you're practicing this move, you're gonna push, you step to the side, right? Now, center line right here. You and the opponent right in the center line. Very important theory here. Center line. You both in center line. 50%, 50%. So 50% my advantage, 50% his advantage. So balance out. But as soon as he throws something, I have to shift my way out of his center line. Right? So as I'm blocking, I move. I don't just block and I just stand here. This beginning practice, okay, for beginner. All right, we practice like this, fine. Pa, 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 pa. But then you gotta move. Right? Now you move here, where you can have your arms here, you can grab, and you can trip, kick, right here, all right? Okay, make sense? Or you can move here and you can chop, all right? But you have to move. It's not so much of the blocking part, it's the ducking, the evading. Is self-defense mainly is don't get hit. The best defense move is don't get hit. You gotta get out of the way. You see how well boxers doing it. They evade, they move, you know. See all those professional fighters. They try to avoid to getting hit, right? Of course, they can take a lot of hit, but still, right? So I just avoid. Like for instance, just last night I watched. No, actually 2 nights ago, I watched Line Championship of Vietnam. Vietnam, we have MMA championship too, just quite similar to UFC. And they're fighting for a belt. Weight category 60 kilograms. And the guy is 55 kilogram champion. And he's fighting, he's moving up his weight. But that 60 kilogram is his original weight. So he fight. Most of the time, he's trying to avoid the shin kick, the kick right here. The other guy got really good kick, strong legs, right? He keep on kicking the legs like that. To the point, he got so many hits that this last one, he's so tired, he cannot move. Boom, right here. He kicked right here, and that's it. And then next one, he limping, and he give up right away. So now, if he was careful enough, just like all the other time, and every time kick, move out, right? Kick, move out. But then this in the third round or something, somehow he got so tired or whatever, he just leave his leg there. He take the kick right here, pa, and his leg is gone, and he's done for the fight. Then that's it. He lost his championship belt. It was sad experience because most of the time he knocking the guy face out. He just boom, 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 hit the guy in the face so much because he has longer advanced reach. But then your foundation, right? Your legs, if you don't keep your foundation strong, right? You know, you got kicked here so many times. Of course, your foundation gonna be unstable. Therefore, if your foundation is unstable, get knocked down, then the whole house, you know, gonna be down. Your whole body gonna collapse, right? Makes sense? So please do train with your legs too, not just only your arm, right? Those of you, okay, learn this arm, maybe you can learn all the discipline, kicking, taekwondo, or karate with your legs, everything, all right? Not just only one thing. All right, so let's get back, move. So from here, I wanna move, okay? I hit, I block. As soon as I block at the same time, I see he's coming in. Boom, I shift, and I put my hands there. All right? Now my hands here, sometimes my block doesn't work, but my hands there just to feel the opponent. See where the opponent is. The hands here, then his face is here. Right? So I know which direction to counter. Right? I push here. Then I know his face here, I can attack here. I know his lower, this where his stomach is, but then his groin here, I can try to attack here, right? So it's not so much of the blocking, it's the moving, evading part, awaiting part, right? You see boxing so good because they they can move back and forth, really good. That's something we gotta learn to. Move in, out, duck out, That's what Ben Whittaker Ben Whittaker, very good boxer is that. Very good boxer, Ben Whittaker. And Floyd Mayweather, right? Try to avoid the chin, his chin all the way down like this. He put his shoulder up, boxing, something, and he put his shoulder up, therefore his chin not open. Rarely he get knocked out, because most of the time we think we're good, we leave our chin up like a boom. Easy to knock down, okay? So careful, most of the time when you practicing, try to keep a habit of keeping your chin down, right? You know, sometimes I make bad habit of putting just like this too, you know. But sometimes please put it down like this. And the other one is like, you learn from the best, of course. You try to learn whatever you see that's working, you should learn, right? For me, same thing. Whatever is good, I learn. Whatever I don't find is useful for my body or whatever, then I don't learn that thing, all right? Okay, let's get. All right, so move, 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 block, move, move. Now when you're blocking, please have your fingers tight together. All right? 1, 2. All right? Boom, 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 boom. All right? Boom. Once I'm here, I can cut. Right? Here or here, I can slip in and punch here. So you have that 2 options. I find out that's the 2 best options. So here, cut right here, or here, right? You can do both. If you let go here, you can do both at the same time. If you don't hit here, then you hit here, right? Boom, right? Remember in Shaolin where they have this kind of punch? They punch in the face and punch here, boom, right? Same thing. If in Wing Chun, we can even use that, right? Boom, right? Now, maybe this short distance, you find out, oh, that's not gonna hurt or whatever. Trust me, it will give you something. Your opponent something to think about, right? It might not hurt or knock out the person so much, but imagine this hand cut right in the face, right here, and the other one you're hitting right in the middle at the same time. If you're missing this and you got the face, if you're missing face, you might get this. So pa, and then I go again, right? Pa here, and then I come here and go here. Okay, so make those movements smooth for you. As long as the movement, they go together logically, all right? Don't try to make it so complicated and so awkward, right? Now, I love BBJ, of course. I love the movement, the joints and everything. And now I know why black belt at BBJ is so hard to get. Some people, they take for years, like maybe it take 10 years to get a black belt. Whereas in karate or taekwondo, you get it in 3 years, right? Because they practice so hard and they have to like do the fight realistically in order to move up a rank. Now that's pretty amazing, right? That's something we all should learn and grind. That's why I respect BBJ so much. When you hear of a black belt BBJ, oh man, you better be respectful. You don't want to get them. You don't want to get grabbed by them, of course, or any color ring. BBJ. Once you get this close, they grab you. That's it. If you don't know the movement, how to defend against them, you're done. But the thing is, the only thing is the BBJ. I find it so complicated because there's so many moves. You have to do this. You have to shift your hip. You have to turn this arm, and you have to and all that. That's freaking 5 to 10 moves in order for you to make one thing work, right? Of course, you gotta grind and practice those moves over thousands of times, right? Right? So that's why I find it so complicated for me. Right? I love to learn, but sometimes I'm like, oh man, that put too much time and all that and grind. But we all should practice. Practice only a few moves. Whatever moves like that, the rear naked choke, of course, that move is more simple. So I would recommend that one you should practice, and a few other moves, maybe 3, 4, and then keep on practicing to become part of you. All right, guys? Chờ sư phụ chứ. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gotta move away from the center line. Move away from the opponent's center line. Move away. Right? Move away. Boom, chop, boom, chop, boom, chop, boom, chop. Right? Boom. You go boom. Hey. Now you see why we're doing a lot of palm, open palm, right? Because mostly we open palm, we strike with the palm. Or the knife hand strike, mostly. Or the grappling, you always open your hands. So, which means you open your hands already. You're not wasting the time from the fist to the hand to the fist to the hand. So maybe that split 1/10 of a second could help you, right? So that's why we go boom, open. If I need to grab, I grab. If I need to hit, open, hit. Whereas if I go here, sometimes you can hit here, and you have to go back. See? So that's why I say up to 80% of the time we're using open palm for Wing Chun. Right? Yes, that's a simple thing to do, right? You know, in the US, you can just buy for $200, yeah? And that's it. Yeah, very simple, right? But here, we're not trying so much. It's like we try to improve ourselves as a person, as a human being, you know. Of course, you know, we can do all the simple thing in the world. But sometimes the simple thing like that would give us in more trouble. We're practicing, we're learning to discipline ourselves. You know, sometimes like practicing martial arts so much, you discipline yourself not to fight, right? Of course, those of you that love to fight, of course, then by all means, you can all register, go to tournaments and all that, right? And try to make your way, climb the ladder up to the UFC, all right? Okay? But please don't say that, take it simple, you know, just whatever, bang, then that's it, it's gone, right? You try to discipline yourself, learn martial art, so that you can hold your anger back, you know, if something like go crazy. Because out there, you never know what's gonna happen. You are good, people are always better than you. There's always people are better than you, trust me. So guys, be polite, be calm, be nice to everyone, right? Just for instance, if you think, okay, somebody go, boom, you don't want that, right? So discipline, the hardest thing is to improve our health and discipline ourselves. Self-defense, not so much self-defense nowadays, right? Right? Realistically, of course, you're not gonna use like so much self-defense martial art. Part of it, maybe in other country, but not in like America, North America, because we so easily get access to firearms, right? Make sense? Yeah, thanks judo. That's a Korean martial art, right? Yes, I heard that like back then when I was young, like, but I saw pretty cool moves, and they do a lot of practical self-defense breakdown. Whereas taekwondo I practice and they don't do that, right? I just doing patterns, and we just performing patterns, and we go sparring with the kickings. Therefore, the arms, we don't know what to do with the arms. When we're clenching together like this, we just put our arm out and we try to do a jump back kick or push kick, try to push each other out, and then we're shooting with the legs again, right? Kicking with the legs. So that's why I find it a lot of disadvantage. It makes myself turn into a habit of don't know how to use my arm, right? Whether like arm punching or whatever, because you're only allowed to punch to the stomach. And when you're sparring, you wear like a chest protector, right? So you punch in the stomach, the person at chest, the person doesn't feel anything, right? Whereas a kick to the face, whatever, you do more scoring, 2 points, you know? So that's why you use a lot of kicks, and then the arms, like, it become like spaghetti arms, you cannot do anything, right? So that's why I, later on, I try to learn wooden dummy, help with my arms, right? Wow. Yes. So you did your black belt test in Tang Sudo. Now I just came. Yes, of course you can use kicks. Yes, of course. That's a wise choice. Your kicking is like you want to keep the person away from you, right? Because that's to your advantage. Tang Sudo, of course, quite similar to Taekwondo, right? So in Taekwondo, Tang Sudo, right, and karate, of course, or kickboxing, MMA, of course, you use kick to keep your opponent away from you, right? That's the safest way, right? Now, sometimes nowadays, especially with MMA fighters, they're really good at grabbing your kick, right? When you kick, they can just somehow grab it, one arm grab, and other person they grab and then go right punching, reverse punch, right? So that's very dangerous. So when you do a kicking, make sure you pull your leg back really quick, right? Don't let your kick sit there for too long. So if you were to perform like a side kick, you go, pa, you come back right away. You don't just leave, pa, and then lock it out so much, on back kick. But timing is very important when you do the kicks or strike. Timing is very important. So you gotta like be wise enough when to use kick, when to keep the person away. That's the hardest part. Okay, but kicking is good. The best way to keep your opponent away, at least like 1 to 1.5 meters away from you. Okay, guys. Yes, rechamber right away. Right, you don't leave your kick there. I know, like when you do clips, whatever, looking good, explain to people, you can extend and hold your kick up in the air, like for a split second, 2 seconds. That's fine. But in real situation, you gotta pull your kick back right away. Right? Yes, rechamber. Yes. Thanks for reminding me. It's been a while. Uh, do I compete? No, I used to compete like in Taekwondo when I was younger, right? But just not much, just local, not so much. That's one time I went to provincial for a Taekwondo tournament, right? Try to apply for that and do it. But I trained so hard. Now, one more thing, guys, please. When before the day, 1 or 2 days of the tournament, don't go all crazy. Just take it easy, right? I make a mistake back then is when I go so crazy. I injure myself. I sprained my ankle because I practiced so much. I really want it, right? And therefore I sprained my ankle. I couldn't even like on the first match going in, I got my butt kicked. So that's the hardest lesson I have to learn, And then that way, like sometimes that happen, your dream shatter. So careful, you gotta like be logically. It doesn't mean that you train hard, like 10 hours, 8 hours a day without non-stop, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, right? Yeah, sometimes you have to let your body rest. Sometimes you have to relax, let it recuperate the energy. All right, guys? Now, same thing, on the dummy, you can push it that way, or you can push this way, same thing. So this arm, or this arm, same thing, okay, guys? So sometimes you can practice, you can alternate. Sorry about that. So you can alternate where you can practice here, push here, or here. So when you're moving to the side, sort of like this hand pushing to the side a bit here, right? Whereas coming down, but when you move the side, this side, push to the side. So it would make more sense to push it away from you, right? Right? Whereas this one, you can push it down. If you stand in one spot, you can go down like this. But if you're moving, side, or you can side with both arms. This arm or this arm, it's fine. Same thing on the other side. Block, push down, push aside, all right? So if you want to move further, you can train on the outside arm, this outside arm, right? Then you can go inner, and then you can go out, right? So there's this one training I often do and share with my student. I go one here, you go here, open here, block here, and then you go side, and you come back here, or you come back here, right? Hit here, and then you go side, push. So first one, maybe you go here, block here, so this down, and then you step to the side, and you're blocking down, and this one push to the side at the same time. And then you come back in the middle, and then you block here again. So up here and down here, and then shift over to your left, then you step over and turn right into there and push back. Okay, so the technique is this. One, here, one block, right? Now when you're blocking this part, you want to block with this wrist right here. You want it in an angle here, all right? Wrist, one, then shift over, two, all right? And then coming back here, or you can do this motion right here. Now this gonna hurt. If you hit very hard, this bone right here, a lot of time we don't practice with this bone right here, so we clench it together, it's gonna hurt, all right? But if you want to condition, say, yeah, to make it tougher, right, then you can practice lightly. Otherwise, you can just go here, you can just go like this, just hit here. Palm down, boom, right, and then you come across, right? Make sense? So here, I want to come back, this thing, one, then shift over, two, then come back, one, then shift over, push, two, okay? Then come back, other hand, one. See, sometimes you make a mistake, you go like this, that's fine. If not, you go like this, okay? If you don't want to hurt this part right here, you know, if you do like an office job, you need the typewriting, whatever in the office, then don't injure this part, okay? So just go like, you just down like this, block, and shift. Make sense? Come back. Okay, simple movement. Get into the routine of that. Now your feet. So as I'm moving, I'm here, standing right in the middle of the dummy. I go, I block, step over, push. Okay. Now back in the middle, I step this leg back in the middle, my left leg, my left hand block up, and my other right hand I block down, and I come back in the middle, right? And then I step my left leg out a bit wider, and then I go push, okay? Now come back in the middle again, I block, push down, middle, and then shift up, okay? Back middle, push, back middle, push, back middle, push, okay? So once you push here, option you can do. You can go into a punch, right? Or here you can go in straight, right? This option hand here, of course here you block, you can go here, palm straight right here, or punch too, right? So you have those two options, right? But here you can, once you have your hand here, your arm here, you can even pressure the person down, the arms down, and you can go in, boom, pull, hit, all right? Common sense. Nothing too crazy, just very straightforward. From here I just slip in, from here I just cut in, or from here I just punch, or here I punch, okay? All right? Now, of course, for most of us, if we don't practice a lot, in term for our strength, for our punch from here to here, it's not gonna be as strong as from here to here, of course, right? More distance equal more strength. But here to here, you want to punch to get power. Again, back to the hip motion. So when I'm punching here, I slip here, I go with my hips in, boom, like that. I wiggle my hip, boom, in. All right, from here, I want to cut, boom. See how I shift my hip as I'm shifting. As I'm shifting my hip, I pivot my foot. So please pay attention to those detail, right? Very important. So as you block, boom, how I sort of like shift it, motion, boom, right? Whereas from here, yes, I can do it here too, but it won't be as strong. But if I go boom, right? My whole body is trying to cut right into it. Make sense? All right, so as you block, boom, all right? Same thing here, boom, 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 boom. Every time I'm hitting, I'm striking my hips, try to apply my hips into it. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah? All right, guys. This drill, let's practice this drill. I would like you guys to practice this drill, right? You go. Same thing. Grab, grab. Get in the habit of grabbing. Boom. You block, boom, and then grab. Boom, grab. Circular motion in, down. In, down, in, down, in, down. Okay? Up, blocking, grab, blocking, grab, blocking, grab, block, grab, block, grab, block. Just like this motion, remember we're practicing, right? As part of this motion. Pull down, and go. I pull down and come. I pull down and hit here. I pull down, hit here. I block and go here, 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 here. Make sense? So this motion, block, grab, block, grab, block, grab, block, grab. So eventually you're gonna try to practice the movement. As soon as you block, you shift it to the side. And my hand is hanging here. It's having fun here, right? It's free. I may as well use it to backhand, back fist, knife hand strike. Now you have those three options, right? This hand here, you can palm strike using your hips, boom. See how hips go, boom. Or you can turn it into a fist, boom. If you find that your palm strike is not strong enough. So when you're hitting your palm, try to focus hitting on this area right here. Right, this area. Especially this part. This part right here. Okay? Boom! Straight punch. Okay? This hand here makes sense to attack the neck, the head here because it's up here. It's easier. This hand here makes sense to attack straight. Remember, Wing Chun or short combat, straight line is the most direct. The fastest way to get to the target is straight line. So I'm going straight. I not go from here and I hook all the way here. I not go from here, I go up here, right? Up here, I got this hand here, right? I'm not gonna go use this hand here and try to punch your feet, right? I got my foot here. If I want to kick, I can use my kick here. I grab the arms, then I can kick. Here, so, okay. So basically, common sense, guys. If it's too high, like this, use your upper hand. Middle, use your lower hand, right? The legs, use your legs, right? So I wouldn't recommend, yes, of course, it's beautiful to lifting your leg up and try to kick so high, like this high, right? Here, I got the tree support me, it's okay, right? But I know if you're standing alone and try to hit the face, you know, you see from the split of my leg to here, it takes a lot of distance, right? take longer, much longer. But for us using in self-defense, I wouldn't recommend us to kick that high in self-defense, right? Of course, for movie, for clip, for show, demonstration, to look good, you can do 540, 720 degree. Like nowadays, you guys can do amazing. Younger one, you can do 900 degree, spin 3 times in the air, and then do a spinning heel kick or whatever. It's so amazing. I see you guys can do that. It's very amazing. But I won't work in self-defense, right? Right? Now, before you're doing like 900 degree, before you even hit the person, you're gonna knock yourself down most of the time, right? You're gonna land like unstable, right? And timing up there while you're in the air, the person can just hit you in the air, all right? So, common sense, legs, use legs, okay, closer. Punch the face to the stomach, use your punch, right? Kick only up to the groin, the kneecap, the shin, okay? Nothing higher, right? For Wing Chun, they don't kick higher, right? Kick here. But because I know a bit of Taekwondo, sometimes I do kick higher, you know, here and there, right? But I reduce that a lot, you know. But if you know high kicks, please do keep on training, keep on stretching out, keep on doing splits and all that. Keep that in thing, because if you know those specialty, you are better off than the people that don't know it, right? And sometimes you can get like a kick out of nowhere, pa, right? If you can are fast enough, right? Of course you can just go high kick, that's fine. But only when the person is, you know, feel really tired, what it back, you can get them. But if they're alert and they're just starting with you, they have full air energy, they can just move back like this and they're out of the way, right? So, and then once you one leg up high, you're gonna be off balance, you're gonna be wobble, right? And most of the time you want 2 legs on the ground to keep your foundation strong. Anything you move, you lift and you come back away, you move, okay? Let me put this up. All right. Let's work on our footwork a little bit, because we've been working on the hand so much, right? And our footwork is very important, because whatever we move, we have to move with our foot, our foundation, right? So like the first basic is like open two, you already know, right? And as you're seeing, when I'm doing like a block or whatever, usually I shift it to the side, right? You shift it to the side. So when you're shifting to the side, right, whichever side you want to face directly, right? For in this way, I'm facing my right hand side, 45 degree, right? If I want to face here more, 90 degree, I go here, right? I'm always facing. So my stance would be feet and shoulder wide, but wider than my shoulder, maybe around 15-20 centimeters, right? Whatever is comfortable for you, but has to be wider than your shoulder, right? This doesn't make sense, right? This is your shoulder width, and if you're standing up like this, doesn't make sense too much. You want to be a bit wider, more comfortable like this, right? So you can move around easily. Whereas too straight up here, it's hard to move, right? Too lower here, if you want to move, you have to get up to move. Make sense? So make it in a way that you're comfortable and wider than your shoulder. Now, as I'm blocking or whatever, I shift approximately maybe 45 degree, from 30 to 45 degree angle, usually 30 to 45 degree angle. I hit here, I here, boom, boom, boom. I go here, right? Now both feet facing like that. Sometimes your back feet is pointing slightly bigger angle, maybe more than 45 degree, right? Your front foot maybe 45 degree, your back foot maybe 50, 60 degree, maybe open more. See, most of the time like this, right? You don't have to be 100% perfect. You don't have to be like 45 degree. The master said, said I have 45 degree, I have to be 45 degree. No, you can be flexible. Some of us, our ankle, our joints are not as flexible as other people. So whatever way we comfortable. Oh, our ankle is like right now is only support. It can go bend that much or this way only that much. That's fine, as long as you're comfortable moving. All right. Okay. But it has to make sense, right? I'm turning this way. All right. Makes sense. Very comfortable, right? But it's not like you from here and you have to tilt it all the way like this. You know, turning your back like this. Then it doesn't make sense. Just comfortable. Be comfortable. All right. So I go here, turn, 45, turn, lock, turn. So that is one of the movement for practicing with Wing Chun. Then the other one, you just step forward, right? So from here, you just coming in and up, right? Coming in and up, coming in then out, okay? Coming in, out, right? The in part, you don't come in so much. Maybe at the beginning you're practicing the exaggeration of bringing in like this and out, but eventually just like this, you're moving forward and backward. So if I were here, I step here, I bringing my foot back here, and then I come in an angle to practice with the wooden enemy, to block, to hit, or whatever. All right? Okay? Here. If I want to move to my right hand side, I step to the right, bigger stance, and then I bring my foot in and out. Okay? So, want to step in the right, step to the right, move to the right, drag your foot in. Now you don't drag it in all the way like this. You drag in only maybe halfway, only maybe your shoulder length, right here, shoulder, and then you're coming out. Okay? Drag in, coming out right away. Same thing with your. Let's tilt the camera down a bit so that you can see my foot. A bit more. Or maybe hold it further back. So if I want to move out to the side, so I'm moving my left foot coming out a little bit back, right? Sometimes I move a little bit back so that I can move in. So I move just wide and back, just a little bit. And then from there I shift my right foot across and then I come in. Okay? Again? Now I'm standing right in the middle of wooden dummy. If I want to move to my left hand side and coming in, I lift my left foot up. I sort of like slide it over, wider stance, and then my right foot dragging in. Now drag into maybe my shoulder width apart, up to here, up to my shoulder. Not all the way in like this, like here. I don't want to drag all the way in. I want to drag here, step here, then I drag here, and then I come out. Okay? If you stay dragging all the way up here, right here, your feet together, your foundation is not strong, right? Yeah? Right? Only like maybe one foundation, right? One leg, right? But if you drag here, you come out right away here. Okay? So don't drag all the way in, just drag up to here and then out. Okay? Make sense? So in front of the dummy, I would go step, drag, boom. Okay, back, left side, and go step, drag, pin. Okay? Now I'm facing directly to the dummy. I got the center line here. So I'm center line. I move here, avoid the center line, and then coming into my center line. Same thing on the left side. I'm here, center line. I step over to avoid the dummy center line, the opponent center line, and then I step into the center line. Okay? Make sense, guys? So that's what I would like you guys to practice. One, boom. One, boom. Now, in the beginning, you can exaggerate the motion of stepping back first so that you're moving in. Right? But eventually, you want to just boom, and then you move in. Eventually, that's what you want. Because the hit here, as you're moving over, you just slightly over. Get the hit out of the way, and then you can hit back, you can counter. But if you go out too much, you go here too much, then you have to move in again. Right? Now eventually when you get into a more intermediate level, you're gonna practice and you just move, boom, right? You see good fighters, they don't move so much, right? They just go here, they shift over. The punch is here, boom, they just move slightly that much. Avoid the punch and then they can attack back. They go here, you see boxer, as they're moving back, they go boom, right? And the person moving toward here, and the chin coming up here, they go full force on you, right? So they miss. As they're missing, they have their energy traveling toward you. So you're shifting your side just enough, you see really good boxer that just go boom. Now that's a knockout right there. Because they're using their force, you just throwing the punch that way, you're helping them put into more force for the opponent to knock down on the canvas. Okay? So move enough to avoid and then you go. Move enough to avoid and you attack. Right? Because right now I'm out to center line. Okay? Boom, boom. But not too much. Boom, boom. Here. Okay? So eventually I don't want you guys to go too far out and then coming back in take too long. Eventually you just shift and come in. Right? Shift and come in. Okay? Shift and come in. Same thing on the other side. Move and then come in. So once you move here, I'm out. As I'm moving here, my face right here. Right? The main thing is you don't want to get your pretty face to get hit, right? We want to all keep our pretty face stay the way it is because we look good, right? So we're going here, boom. All right, so here, boom, and go. Okay? So that's the 3 basic footwork just from here. Center line where you can practice and then shift over coming in, back, shift over coming in. Okay? Just practice like that. Whatever you do, your hand motion doesn't matter. If it doesn't good, that's fine. Right now you're working on your foot, you step back, 4, just alternate like that. Okay guys? Back to the middle, boom, boom, boom. Stepping in, back to the middle, boom, boom, boom. Stepping in, boom, boom, boom. Back to the middle, boom, 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 boom. Stepping in, block, boom, elbow. And you go back to the middle, boom, 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 boom. Elbow, elbow. Okay, so get into a routine of practicing that footwork movement. And eventually you're gonna find it very smooth. After that you combine with your arms. You're gonna become much better. And then you see your form, your combination, your dummy form will coming in much more smoother. Okay guys? All right, so enough of the footwork. So those are the 3 basics. So the next one, I show you more later on. All right. So now let's relax. Let's go back to our theory. Rub in, rub out, rub in, like wax on, wax up, wax on, wax off. So we gotta review it, train it. Okay, this. So the stand is the first basic stand open till. Let's get closer so that we can see each other more clearly. So I would stand here, open till stands 1, 2. Okay, and then you from here comfortable, just stand here. I'm practicing with the dummy. This motion. Rub. Now, I'm not using any strength. I'm just go through the motions. I'm relaxing my whole body. If you can incorporate your breathing, just have your normal breathing. Like 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3 out. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3. Breathe out, 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, the purpose of this one is what you want to do is you want to maintain touching the arm of the dummy all the time. Touching all the time. Your arms or your wrists or your fingers always touching the dummy, rubbing the dummy, just like so. All right, and relax your whole body. All right. Now, one thing you want to do is keep your elbows down. I'm not lifting my elbow up like this, not like this so much. I just keep it down. All right. Try to keep a habit of having your elbows down, right? So that you're gonna open a lot of opening for the opponent to hit here. If you hear, if there's anything, you can just block here, down here, okay? Now. All right, let's do a count of 10. 1, 2. See, eventually I do faster. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I would go 1 circular motion. I go right into. Same thing other arm. You see circle. Once you up here, boom. Okay. Same thing other arm. Boom. So that's motion. That's what it's for. Boom. Now you see how the hips, how I'm getting my hips, boom, into the target. 1, 2, 3, boom. Applying my hip. Initiate with my hips. My hand doesn't come out until the very end, final second. At that time, I try to push my hip, my shoulder, accelerate my speed up. The speed from here to here. Really quick, okay? Boom. Okay? Relax, relax. All of a sudden, boom. Relax, relax, relax. All of a sudden, boom. Relax, relax. All of a sudden, boom. So once you want to cut here, you have to step over to the side, right? It would make sense for me if I want to cut here and I'm standing here. It's kind of hard, but I am sort of like imagine myself as somebody throwing a punch or whatever at me. I'm shifting to the side and I'm cutting here, okay? Cut across. See, it's all come from a lot of this motion. Okay, guys? Yes, Buddha bless. Yeah, of course, it look good for shows. But some of that works. It's not for show only. It look good. It look great. Awesome. Yeah, it motivate us to train. Try to discipline us. Any martial art is always a discipline. And of course, before anyone practicing any martial arts, there's always a show, a demonstration, something that capture your eyes. You know, anything. Of course, even a movie, right? If you want to see a movie, you have to watch a trailer, right? If it's good trailer, then eventually you're gonna watch it, right? Now, same thing in martial art. Taekwondo, do a lot of high kicking, so beautiful in the air, flipping in the air, spin a couple of times in the air, breaking boards, right? Show, so it will introduce us so that it capture our attention. Same thing with Wing Chun, same thing with UFC, MMA, right? Of course, in entertainment in that, they're gonna show the best knockout punches, the best kick, the best whatever that can be most entertaining, right? In order for you to watch. If you want to see two fighter fighting in the UFC, they're gonna show, oh, these guys good, this good at that is good. Now, you know, the comparative person, how much it can go up to the other person, right? To get a good match right there, of course, they have to put on a show. They have to introduce you guys the best stuff out there so you guys can pay your pay-per-view, you know, whether $50, $60, $100, whatever, for you to come to the show, right? Same thing in soccer, basketball, everything. Punching these things, that's why I'm not punching it. I'm hitting it like, I'm putting pad on. First of all, it's like about half-inch thick, this pad on, so that I can punch. Maybe I can put 60 to 70% of my force into it, right? But I can do fast motion. I'm not gonna apply like 100% force into that, would have done me, right? Because I'm gonna injure my hand, of course. Of course, when I'm beginning, you practice, you're gonna take it lightly. That's like the same thing for all of us. You're not gonna go 100% or 80%, whatever, on the dummy. And especially when it doesn't have this padding. Okay, guys, if you go with this padding, you punch here, your knuckle is gonna be like hurt. Like for me, I can tap like this. Yeah, it hurt me like a little bit, right? I can just go like this. Okay, I feel it, right? But this is only what, 30%, right? So that's fine. But you don't want to go like, full 100%, you know? Like crazy. I mean, like certain people that can do punch brick wall, whatever, right? But when they're practicing, you see they're tapping like from here to here, just like that. Like that, right? But they're not gonna go, like that, a full 100% punch, whether to a wooden dummy, to a tree, or to a wall, to a wall. You rarely. Maybe you see that in films or maybe in demonstration in videos, you know, because when the force comes, they're gonna go from here to here. They're gonna go so hard, like that. But you find that it's very powerful, right? Now that's cinematic, right? That's like in clips and stuff, like my clip fighting with my students, right? Same thing. You would do like something pretty amazing to show the person the force, right, that you're using, right? But the force you actually apply to the person, you reduce like 60% of them, right? To make it realistic, you hit like maybe 30-40%, but you try to make it fast. Come here. Once you hit here, and then you come back, right? Otherwise, every time you make clips and movie, one of you gonna get injured and full punching, full force like that. You won't be even to finish a clips, right? Now a clip we're recording, maybe a fighting clip I'm recording with my student. It takes 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes for you guys to watch, but it takes at least a day to record, maybe at least 10 hours to record. And after recording, my student has to editing and everything. It takes another day, right? So 2 days in order to do that, right? But if you were to go full force on pretty much everything, then you know, then you'll be able to do only 1 or 2 video clips, and then you injure yourself. You're gonna rest for months, right? It's not like the other one. Movies, video clips are different, but we demonstrate and show you guys it could be that powerful, it could be that forceful, it could be that real, you know? All right, guys. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, everyone. It's a great day training with you guys. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you very much. Thank you, General Vincent. Thank you, Rudy Handy. Thank you. Straight blast. Which one is that? Straight blast. Good morning from Thailand. Hello. Good morning, Phuket, Thailand. Why the sequence is footwork? For me, I don't really put into the sequence of footwork. I'm just moving in a way that's comfortable for me, right? And the other thing is what? Can you grab a coconut, like this coconut right here? Like grab it? What do you mean by grab it? Pick it or something? Now I have 2, one there and one over here. This one is lower where I can pick it. Actually, it's ripening. Maybe like about, these table coconuts are small. Here, I grab it, right? I love coconuts. Beautiful out here. See, luckily I got the greenery in my backyard. Lots of greenery. Now this is actually inside a city. It's sort of like a big city like New York or Toronto. But in my backyard, luckily I have all these greenery. So therefore I just put on more the greenery, my greenery stuff out here. It's very calm and relaxing to train here for myself. Morning, Solomon. Hello, good morning, Stefan. Thank you very much. If you guys get here late, you can just go back into my live stream later on. Once I'm done, it's gonna post up, and you see what you guys missing. Okay, guys, I just leave it up there for you guys. Yeah, General Winston, you can, yes, good idea. You can just go into Taekwondo books, and those one are really helpful, and they actually put into structure from one step to the next step. And next step, for me, sometimes when I'm teaching, sometimes I tend to jump all over the place. You know, whatever is, I remember, I'm like, okay, this is effective. This is the most, the best work for you. Oh, you guys want to see turtles? See, I see a lot of turtles. See here we put a lot of turtles out here. See, small turtles. See that baby turtle right there? The two baby turtle? Yeah. Pretty much every once a month, or every other month, my wife and my sister-in-law, we always release fish, turtles, the small eel into this backyard river right here. Yeah. So there's lots of them out here. I'm in Ho Chi Minh City. Ho Chi Minh City, guys. Yes. Have a great day, Phuket. Thank you. Actually, I've been practicing martial arts. I've been practicing Taekwondo when I first started, like many years ago, like and maybe around I say on and off for 30 years, on and off, right? I took Taekwondo for a while, maybe practice fully, maybe 8 years, and then I stop, and then come back, train maybe for 6 months, something, and then I'm off pretty much for a few years. And a few years I am taking off. Then after that, I got back to Vietnam, and I met my master in Vietnam, and we trained together wooden dummy and a little bit of Wing Chun, the pretty much a Vietnamese way, style of his way. He called Ngắn Công Phái, is sort of like a training where you condition your forearm, your wrist and all that against a wooden dummy, right? Not so much like the typical Wing Chun traditional dummy with a lot of forms and all that. So we do a lot of conditioning. And I start then ever since, well, I've been training with the dummy for maybe about 8 years, I believe, but not that consistently. Sometimes I take time off, right? But if you were to put all together, off and on, maybe 30 years, off and on, Taekwondo, Kung Fu, wooden dummy, traditional Kung Fu, a little bit of Wing Chun. Beating your wood again, you want to be my good one? Okay, just maybe do a little brief demonstration before I go. Okay, guys? Okay, all right. So that's a brief. Every now and then I practice like that, a few sets. Yes, you can do that. But most of the time, like when I do with the dummy, you sort of like feel the combo, the motion. When it's smooth, you just go. The thing keep on falling off. Yes, but then that's to show like all of you can do that. Is after you practice. I would say if you practicing consistently, maybe in about 3 to 6 months, you can pretty much do whatever I do, right? If you work, you put like maybe 45 minutes, 45 minutes a day, 3 to 4 times a week, then you. I don't know because I do it so much, and before I show you guys the steps already earlier in this live stream, the footwork, and you can combine the footwork with the hands. So if you please, after my what you call it, after my live stream done, is automatically gonna post up, so you can go back and look at that. Okay. Otherwise, I see you guys next time. Hello, Master Fan. Oh, NC, New York City. Ben Richard, right? You're from New York City. I'm from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam here. I've been to New York City like it's been a long time now. Actually, it's been like 2 decades. Around 20 years ago, I've been there. Beautiful city. Lots of crowded, very crowded. Taekwondo, Aikido, BBJ, and leather and wrestling in high school. Wow, that's pretty amazing, General Vincent. So you pretty much get that's a lot of martial arts you do. Taekwondo, Aikido. Okay, so Taekwondo you got the foot. Aikido you got the arm, the throw. BBJ you got the joint lock, the throw, the groundwork. Wow, you pretty much cover it pretty much. Wrestling in high school. Yes, I remember wrestling when I was back in high school. I went for the wrestling club in grade 9 actually. In grade 9 I did wrestling. It's pretty amazing. Double leg takedown, single leg takedowns. I still remember those two moves. Other the most and I forgot about it, right? That's so many years ago. But I remember once I went to, I think there's a final ball where I got to the final or semi-final or something like that. I had to compete one of the big guy. He's pretty tough. We were wrestle, and imagine the table put in front of the judge, and we wrestle, and we just almost knocked down the table in front of the judge. We all over the place. It was fun back in the day in high school. Yeah, and I try out for football. I do a lot of sports. Actually, I do a lot of sports in my junior school and high school day. I love it. That's how it keep me try to stay fit every now and then, try to stay fit, strong, and healthy. And that's what I want to share with you guys, as long as you can stay fit, that's awesome, right? Whether you're playing sport, badminton, basketball, football, soccer, American football, volleyball, as long as you stay running, whatever, as long as you stay active, living a healthy lifestyle, that's awesome. I give you a thumbs up. All right, guys, have a good one. Take care. I see you again soon. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you, General Vincent. It's very nice talking to you. It's great that you share. I study at the Shaolin school where they let me watch for free and train. That's awesome. That's nice. Shaolin. Back then, when I was younger, I loved to train like the Shaolin. Now they're very disciplined to train, and they train a lot of old traditional ways, the horse stance, everything, for hours. Standing there, staying in your splits. Now that's like military training. That's tough. All right. Yeah, that's good. That's awesome. You're sticking with it. All right, guys. Bye bye, everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye. See you again soon. Bye bye.